everybody, and welcome back to Auto War. It's been a little while since I've live streamed it. Hold on, let me get my drink open here. Got a little get a little energy going. Hopefully, you guys can hear me and the stream or the ambient noises of the birds in the background. What's up, Kyle? How you doing? How you doing? Yep. Man, been a while since I had a drink. Tasty. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to get an early start to the week here on our digging and stuff, trying to get to that level 37, which we are now about a quarter of the way through level 34. Here, everything fine. Also, 6 setup, man, on that race. Yes, 3, for those who are asking, it's a 3 monitor setup. There are 3 curved 27-inch monitors, and I got the bezel delete kit for in between, so that way it hides the bezels, so that way I get that nice clean look throughout the car. So that is how I did that. And then I had I got a GoPro mount for the top of my headphones. That way I can see, you guys can see that POV of what I see. And then of course I had the actual monitor recording as well. So yeah, that's what the bezel delete kit was for. It gets rid of the bezels in between the middle monitor and the outer 2 monitors. So all right, so let me get rid of, actually I need that. Go into here, hit Q, time-lapse recorder, and we're gonna go ahead and start this time-lapse here. So I'm probably gonna jinx myself by saying this, but I haven't had any game crash issues lately because I am now running the game in administrative mode. And yeah, I haven't had no issues with it whatsoever. I need to turn the sensitivity of my mouse down. There we go. Okay. So one thing I want to do before I start digging here, I have this wall I could probably start taking back. I'm probably going to try to get rid of all of the inner structure walls eventually. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wall back to here. That way it starts looking a little bit more natural like again. So wrong button. Wrong button. All right. It's the only bad thing about hiding the whatchamacallit, the HUD. You try to do stuff, and I really wish they would get rid of these once you get rid of them. Get in the way. Whee! Also, I was mad when that guy hit you. You could have... Nah, I couldn't have won the race. Well, you talking about on that restart when you caused the big accident? Yeah. I was upset too, but there's nothing you can really do about it, so... And what I think I might end up doing now is I might actually... I don't want to use the hand tool, but I think I might. Just level this off and smooth it out. That way this isn't here like this. But then again... I don't know. Let's see if I can smooth this down. If not, I might have to get the roller. Okay, it's not looking too shabby, I guess. Except for, as I was expecting it to, it's... So I might try to hit it going... What is that? Okay. I'll just hit it going that way like that. All right. So that looks a little bit better. That way you can see it starting to ramp up right there. How many in-game days have you been playing this so far? That is a good question. I don't know if that really... If you can really see that anymore. Miscellaneous. No. There used to be in world, there used to be a thing where you'd be able to see. Okay, so it doesn't tell you in day game or in game days, but you can see total money made $15,902,163. Total from selling ore materials $15,561,903. Total from selling dirt $298,000. Selling production. So yeah, but there is no actual in-game days per se. All right, so let's get our beacons going on in here. That going. And get this one going. That. All right. Nice jump. Oh, when it kicked me to the side. Yeah. Okay. Parking brake active. That's what? I think you trying to say interesting? But now you can actually see in real time on me digging and how long it actually takes. Because an hour in this game is not very long. So we're just going to try to follow this lithium node here, slash coal. One bad thing is the lithium node is actually getting thinner and strung out further. It's not a nice big old node anymore. So I don't know if I want to stream this tomorrow night or do the truck race as a practice for my Sunday night race, because tomorrow night is the trucks. I don't know if I want to run that race in order to practice a little bit for Sunday or not. Let me know what you guys think. I was really wondering that myself with the time frame, your gameplay, just how long it takes to complete it. Yeah. Well, there is no real completion, but I try to stick with hour-long recordings, because depending on how much I talk at the beginning will determine how long the video actually is, because when I condense down that hour with the digging, time-lapse it down, speed things up, I should say, the video is only would be like 10-15 minutes. So with me talking a little bit kind of helps get it past that to, you know, about a half-hour mark or so. The digging, when it goes so slow, if we would do what we originally were doing with all the conveyors, but I really don't want to do that. I want to try to keep it as legit as possible. Try to keep it as realistic as possible, I should say. I should probably try to... I might delete more of the concrete down here. That way I can get the truck in and out a little bit easier. at least now you'll be able to see how long it actually takes in real time, how long it unloads and everything else. Oh, you're talking about completing the node? Well, with how they built the maps, once you find a node, it'll go straight down as is all the way down to bedrock. And then once you actually blast through the bedrock, then the lithium, like, or whatever node it is, will then continue once again. Ooh, that's a bigger drop off than I was expecting it to be. Note to self, don't do that again. Yeah, this does not like to turn on the concrete. So what we're gonna do is I might go ahead and just take this back to there. Go away. There. Get out of the way. Get rid of all these. Yeah, this part doesn't take that long, but I think I missed one back there. Yeah, but look at this nice big chunk of lithium here. No, it won't be for quite some time, to be honest with you. It's not going to be multiplayer for quite some time. Because this next update is going to be the drone, and they're fixing the camera to where, like right now I'm turning, but the camera doesn't fixate on that one spot. Or it fixates on one spot, it doesn't follow. But they're fixing the camera to where when I turn, the camera will turn like this with the truck. So they're going to fix that. And also, I think it looked like they're actually going to be adding in a pickup truck. So there's that. But it won't be until like update 23 or something like that. Oops, I forgot the handbrake. Like 23, 24 or something like that, to where it may have the possibility of multiplayer. We're just coming up to update number 20. Man, why is it so hard to dig that corner? Keeps bouncing it off. Sucks, but it would be nice to play on multiplayer with others. Yeah. They're just going to try to get the game built and debugged before they throw multiplayer into it. Which, I don't blame them. How is that not a full bucket? There we go. My help, I actually put in some spacers here. That way I can actually dig to where my wheels will be on the edge of the concrete. Alright. I was actually shocked on how well the video from this morning did. I was kind of checking up on it throughout the day, and I was like, man, it's got quite a few views for one day. It's kind of nice. I like it. So yeah, you can see it takes quite a bit of time for the 1 hour. Don't really get too much done depending on how far you gotta travel. What's your thoughts on playing Sons of the Forest sometime again? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the problem with like the Sons of the Forest. It's like it was just like the Forest. Once you do everything, it's like yeah, they can add more stuff to the game, but once you do everything, it's like else is there to really do? Well, the time-lapse videos actually do fairly decent. Alright, another truckload down. Kinda need to widen this out the way it seems. Either that or move the trucks to where it's easier to get to. Oh, did not mean to put that there. Come on, snap in. There you go. Okay. Yeah, we never really did do the storyline, but they were still adding to the story. Make another ramp to where it... Huh? Make another ramp? Why would I make another ramp? Because I got the road going down into the pit. I don't need another ramp. Yeah, we'll be alright. Don't need another ramp. I just need to find a good spot for the truck to park. That's pretty much about it. Try parking it there once, see if that helps. That's a bit better. A little bit further, I gotta travel with the wheel loader, but works better. One thing I noticed in that last patch, seems like the wear on the paint is a lot slower than it was before. It seemed like the paint wore out, or it showed more dirt and stuff faster than what it does now. But the next update to the game will be the 29th. So what is that? Monday? No, Sunday, right? Today's 27th? Today's 27th? I think today's 27th. So I think it's either gonna be Sunday or Monday for the next update to the game. I just realized with 2 trucks, we're almost up to halfway through level 34. Wondering why do you lay down concrete to drive on when it looks so it drives better on dirt? It does drive better on dirt. The reason why I put the concrete down is because that way I can keep my digging level. It just helps assist a bit better. Got this section over here. Because if I don't, then even though I think the bucket is level, it's not, and it'll keep digging down more and more each time without realizing. And then once I do realize, it's too late. You're not level anymore. See, it wouldn't look this level without putting some type of flooring down for your bucket, like for a guideline. But that's the other thing too. I think on the next update there's going to be GPS. So I think once you get the GPS set, you're supposed to be able to set your bucket, whether it's the grader, bulldozer, wheel loader, whatever, and you should be able to keep grading or digging at the same level. So hopefully that works out pretty decently for us. My wheel's off the ground. Oh, I'm parked on a bump, that's why. Level. Ah. I'm hoping to be able to get into more lithium and stuff here. More of that stuff we push, faster we gain XP. So a lot of that's just regular dirt. A little bump make that look like the axle's floating. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like it's snow runner physics here, you know. That'd be nice if they had physics like snow runner or mud runner, either or. We have dynamic shocks and everything else. So that's the only other thing about this game is too, it's like, I don't know, it's just one of them games where it's just relaxing. You just kind of lose yourself and don't even have to say very much. You just dig. It's almost like digging holes in real life. You just dig. You don't... I thought you played SnowRunner with us. I guess SnowRunner, that's a fun game. That's multiplayer too. How is that not... Digging is tiring work if you don't have a wheel loader. Oh, Mud Runner. You don't have Mud Runner. Mud Runner is about the... Oh, you played Mud Runner. Okay. Snow Runner is pretty much the same thing, except for some of the maps had snow. Yeah. Yeah, SnowRunner's pretty much the same as Mud Runner. SnowRunner is like the sequel to it. Well, they updated the whole entire game. They added a whole bunch of maps. Oops, saving time lapse. Disco break. Sorry, that was a Sohan reference, if you didn't know. Don't mess with the Zohan. There we go. One more scoop and this truck will be done. You know, a bad thing about streaming this late at night too, it's nobody's gonna be watching. So it's kind of hard to have a conversation because it's like, yeah. So do you think this game is more relaxing than racing or playing a survival game? Oh, it's definitely more relaxing because you don't have to watch out for people wrecking you or trying to kill you. Alright, you know what? We're getting a little bit further away, so let's go ahead and get rid of these. I'm gonna leave that there, just as a reference. Try to get this back to looking a little bit more natural-like again. Keeping my work area to the minimal. I'm sure if Scott was online, he would chat and stream as well. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he's still awake or not. He said he was planning on going to bed shortly. He's an old man now. He's 18. Oh, I'm at 100%. Whoops. Did not realize that. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it's definitely catching up to him. Yep, they grow up so fast. Starts to overflow and starts losing money. Oh, no. It won't overflow. It'll just dump in, it'll just disappear. And we're making our way down here pretty good, aren't we? We're gonna have to move the roller here shortly. So that one time lapse, that was a half an hour. So that's just a nice reference point for knowing how much time. Yeah, it would be kind of cool, but it's not there yet. Well, you gotta think when that time lapse saved, that was already a half an hour. So in about another 20-something minutes, it'll be saving again. And that'll be 1 hour since the time lapse started. Seems like only 20 minutes. Yeah, that's why this game's addictive, because you can get caught up in it so fast and lose track of time. It's one of the reasons why I like having this clock right in front of me. That way I can just glance down and see what time it is. Sometimes you don't get the bucket angled, it'll pick up like that. This bucket in, we'll have one more, and then we'll be ready for another truckload. That last truckload didn't have very much lithium in it. We did not gain that much experience. It's gonna be about the same with this one. We're at the, like, thinnest part of the node right now, where it's mainly all just nothing but dirt. Hit days like that when I was on GTA Online. Lost track of time. Looked at the time I started playing. It was around 9 p.m. I looked again. It was almost 4 a.m. Yeah. Yep. It be like that. It do be like that. Oop. Don't lower the bucket too much there. I'll start digging down. Oh, and the other thing with this next update, they're going to get rid of it says 100%. They're actually going to do like what they have in real life. There's going to have a placard on the sign that's digital, and it will show what your weight is, whether you're, you know, at your capacity or not. It's kind of cool. It'll be like that for the dumpers and for all the other ones that actually haul materials. That floating number sign is gonna go bye-bye, which is gonna be nice because it'll give the game a little bit more of a realistic feel. If you had your hat like you did or on what? If you had your hat like you did or stream, what? I thought about reading chat off to you, NVC. You had your hat like you did. Oop, I'm not watching what I'm doing. Don't text and drive, kids. I have no idea what that's supposed to say. I'm confused here. Oh, didn't hit the seat. So if you had your chat like you did on... Oh, so you're saying if I had my chat like how I did on racing. Now, see, that would be kind of cool if I had somebody that... I mean, you're part of the league to support me. You're in the Discord. Now, if you actually had iRacing and you had the cars and the tracks and stuff like that, you'd be able to join the race as a spotter only, crew chief, and you'd be able to actually help spot for me. You'd be my, you know, spotter, and if you knew how to run iRacing, you'd be able to be my crew chief to where I wouldn't have to mess with, you know, my fuel settings or my tires, stuff like that. I can just be like, you can just let me know. You can just say, hey, what do you want? I can say, give me full fuel, windshield tear off, fixed damage, whatever the case may be for that next pit stop. And you would be able to do it all for me to where all I got to do is worry about is driving. Now, if I can find somebody like that, like JB, he was part of the league. I don't know if he still is or not. He would have been able to do it for me. I don't know if he's still into doing the whole iRacing thing. He hasn't really been doing very much with the league. Seems like almost anybody I try to do, you know, get into the league, they join up for a little bit and then they disappear. Like that Brian Rowell or whatever his name was. He ran a few races in the trucks and he disappeared. It's like, dude, if you would have ran more in the trucks, you could have got into the Cup Series. We could have been, you know, teammates and stuff and raced together, but he didn't follow through with it. I mean, iRacing isn't that expensive per month. It's just, and even the tracks and the cars aren't that expensive. It's a one-time purchase for the cars and track. You know, once you purchase the car, you got it for a lifetime. Once you purchase the track, you got it for a lifetime. It's just a matter of paying per month. I just pay, like, when I get my taxes at the beginning of the year, I have my automatic payment taken out around when I'd be getting my tax return. So I don't even see the money really leave to pay for iRacing. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about that. I mean, if I knew my son was into racing, I have my old wheel and pedals, my Logitech wheel and pedals. And I got my old Wheel Stand Pro. It's like, dude, if you were into the same, you know, racing or, you know, ATS, stuff like that, I'd be like, here's a setup. Here's a very good starter setup. You know, if you were into that kind of stuff, let's do some multiplayer stuff. But, I mean, he's so turned off on racing because back when I first started the racing league on NASCAR Heat 4, or was it actually, it was the end of NASCAR, was it NASCAR Heat 4? Or was it NASCAR Heat 3? I think it was NASCAR Heat 3 where I was talking about starting the league, and then NASCAR Heat 4 I actually started the league. And both my sons actually joined in at the very beginning, but they were using controllers. They weren't using steering wheels or pedals. So it was really hard for them to be able to control their vehicles. So they just were so turned off. And plus, arcade style racing just isn't the greatest. iRacing is so much more realistic. I mean, it's got to be for NASCAR to actually use it during the pandemic for the racers to actually be able to race every Sunday on. Yeah, so it's not that expensive for iRacing. It's just a matter of getting that, like, I pay per year because you save a little bit of money that way. I just pay out for the whole year in one payment. I don't pay per month. And right now, I have all the tracks I need. I have all the cars I need. So there's not a big deal for me. It's like, I'm set right now. The only time I'm really going to have to worry about anything right now is, say if I want to start doing more road racing or something like that, I need to purchase a little more tracks, or when I, you know, level up my class and I need to start racing different cars, then I'll need to purchase those cars. You don't need to purchase them to be able to see them on track. You need to purchase the cars to be able to actually utilize yourself. Regular price per year is $110. Okay, so yeah, it's not that bad. So it's 40% off, right? Yeah, see, there you go. I mean, if you had iRacing and stuff and you're really, you know, into it, we have so many race channels in the Discord for the league. You know, you could load up in as a crew chief spotter only, and we could be in our own, you know, chat for the Discord. And where if Doug, who broadcasts the races, if he wanted to pull me into the booth for chatting for whatever reason, he still can, because we're in the same Discord. Yeah, it's 66 right now, 40%, and that's $66 for the year. See, that's not bad at all. Heck, people pay that much for one game. You know, it's the price of a regular game right now. But that's the thing, is like, that's to get people in, you know, and the price will change as the years go. It's bound to. I mean, everything changes. Oop, I lost a piece. Looks like my truck pooped. Poop. Poop. Well, when is your next race or training? Because I would just pay per month and do it cheaper and do it spot. So right now, since I'm off on weekends, I can actually run every race on Sundays. So our next shift bid will be coming up here. And as long as I can, if I can keep my weekends off, I'm going to stay on second shift. But if I cannot keep my weekends off, I'll probably go to day shift. That way I can get my evenings off. At the latest I would ever have to work is 7 p.m. I can still make the races. I'll be barely making it home in time because the races will start, the qualifying will start at 7:30. But it should give me enough time to get home, get comfortable, get in the seat, and, as long as I know, it's like, okay, I might be forced over tonight, I should probably get my stream and everything, all my information and everything set up, get my wheel in place, my racing rig, get that in place, get basically everything in place where all I got to do is come home, get changed, get my drink, whatever I got to do, and be able to just sit down and hit start recording or start streaming and go. That way I can load in and, start trying to get a little bit of practice in before qualifying. So, that's if I go back to day shift. And that's if I can't get Sundays off, which most likely on day shift I won't be able to. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, so this coming race is Sunday. And that's why I was saying, should I possibly live stream this Saturday night? Or should I race in the truck race Saturday night for a little bit of practice? Because the trucks won't handle that much differently than what the cup cars will. I can get a little bit of practice time in for the Sunday night race. But I don't know if I want to really do that or not. I'll have to see and find out. Seems like a lot of my viewers as of right now are really wanting to see this game instead of iRacing, but I really enjoy iRacing. I mean, everybody in the league is really fun and friendly, so it's really nice to be part of that. I really want to continue with that. I need a little bit more dirt here. I might just go ahead and take from over here to start getting this kind of chiseled out. I don't have a floor piece. Just need a little bit though, not much. Also, what's your email if you can send it on Discord, because I'm gonna say you referred me to it. Yeah, hold on. Let me, give this a little dumperoo here. Alright, let me, let's see. On the map. Discord, where are you at? Discord, why is my Discord not open? Oop, there goes my game sound because I clicked out. Hold on just a minute. Checking for updates. Starting. I don't know why. I could have swore I was in my Discord earlier. Why does it show that I must accidentally closed out of it or something? What is your series you're in as well? So, I don't know if you can actually. You're gonna have to message Doug Burns in the league and tell him what the intentions are, and ask him if you can get invited to, once you get invited to the league and for iRacing, so that way you can actually join the the race session. Where are you at? There we go. Okay. And sent. All right. Why is that saying 2 notifications? Oh, gotta scroll down. Okay, there we go. Those are gone. Okay, back to work. So this series, are you talking about what series? Like what cars are we running? Or oh, because you don't have to buy the cars because you're not actually racing. You don't have to pay to see the cars. The only time you actually have to pay for the cars is if you're actually going to race. All you would need to do is pay for the track. So I think you got to pay for the track to be able to have it download and be able to see it. Text him tonight. Yeah. You can verify with him. Just say, hey, I just want to spot, you know. And if I was you, if you have iRacing, why not? If you have a wheel and pedals, get into iRacing a little bit, you know. Start doing the oval series, you know. I mean, it's fun. It's addictive. All you got to do is just see what the official series races for you that in the rookie class or whatever class it is that you start out in now. I think it's rookie. And just see what track it is. Oval track. See what it is. Buy the track, buy the car. Like whether you want it, you know, whatever manufacturer of car. I think you start off with the late models or something like that. I forget what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's a good hobby to get into. It can be expensive depending on how you do it. Like me starting out, I was just, you know, pretty much getting what I wanted to get. I wasn't buying everything. If I didn't like the track, or I knew if I wasn't going to like the track, I wouldn't buy it. I just wouldn't race that week. And then if a track came up to where I knew I was going to enjoy it, I would purchase the track and race on it that week. And I just built up to where eventually, you know, your collection of tracks and cars just start adding up. It asks favorite series. Oh, you just put whatever series, what it like oval racing, NASCAR, or whatever that series might be for you. Like whatever. Oop, another time lapse. That's another half an hour. And I've been streaming for 57 minutes, so yeah, it's pretty much right on track. Almost an hour. I just realized I'm almost up to level 35 here. Take one more truckload, or maybe 2 or 3 more truckloads. Get up to level 35. Turn that off for a little while. Like whatever racing series you like. Do you like Formula 1? Do you like NASCAR? Do you like GT3, which is road racing? You know, it's like what series do you like best in racing? And like Saturday, like tomorrow or something, we can get on a test session and we can do practices and stuff, so that way you get the hang of spotting and being a crew chief and all that. Get a little practice time in together, so that way once we get into the race, we're not going in blind. Sent you a request. Oh, I sent you a DM. Okay. Sent me a DM, what, in iRacing or Discord? Or did you send him a DM? Yeah, I'm not sure how much tracks actually are anymore, to be honest with you. You send me a DM or him? Oh, you sent both of us. Okay. So I think also on iRacing, we're going to have to add you as a friend and mark you down as a trusted spotter. That way you can join whatever session I'm in and be a spotter only. Spotter crew chief. Tell you if it's any good. We will be at Dover this week. The Monster Mile. And you can see the paint starting to fade a little bit with the dirt and stuff. The black isn't so black anymore. I don't have the handbrake on, that's why it's rolling. And trust me, once you actually see the graphics and stuff in person, I don't know if you watched any of the NASCAR races during the COVID shutdown, when NASCAR actually used iRacing to have the drivers be able to actually use on Sundays for their NASCAR races, and they actually televised the iRacing race, just like how Doug does for the league. They did that and televised it on national television for their Sunday races during shutdown. That's how good iRacing actually is. See here. Oop, I cut the corner just a little too much again. See what we're looking at here. I don't think that last truckload's hitting the... Yep, there it goes. Got about 15,000 more experience points before we level up. Seen half a minute of it. Half a minute of what? iRacing? Go away. Oh, wow. I dug down a little bit right here. Oh, when they did it for NASCAR? Yeah. You can actually probably go back and see it. It's actually kind of neat how they did it, because they had it set up to where you were actually watching a regular NASCAR race on TV. It was that good. It was that realistic. And Jeff Gordon and what's his name actually televised it too, like commentary. We are on the thicker part of the node right now on this end. So we should be able to get some decent experience out of this. Not really worried about too much of it on money-wise. Get the experience. Get another drink here. Yeah, if you go back and actually YouTube like NASCAR and iRacing and for NASCAR or something like that, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. See this one, and then the next load, this truck will be done. And honestly, before you know it, this whole section is pretty much gonna be done. We just have to take care of all the pay dirt off to the left side here between where we're digging now and the ramp going down. Then we can start working our way back across. So question, does iRacing when I charge per month take out the money auto pay? You should be able to set it up to where it either automatically takes it out per month or if it's a one-time charge. There should have been an option for that. Like me, I have my auto pay for per year. So on a certain day every year, it'll take the money out for my payment. Which is like, I think like April time frame, so right when I usually get my tax returns back. Hey, you should be able to see it on the payment screen. There should be like a checkbox. Do you want to have an auto pay every month or like an auto renewal? You should be able to have it marked whether you want it to auto renew or not. So we've been digging for over an hour and 10 minutes. Well, I kind of talked a little bit beforehand, but we're almost ready to break that 1 million XP point. About another, see, we're at 997,000, so about another 3,000 experience points. We'll break that 1 million mark. We need 1,005,400 experience points to level up. What's up, Raid? How you doing? So I think what I'm going to do is every time I add a row, I'm going to start taking a row away. Seems like the wise thing to do. Keep my area of operation small here. So, okay, so I set up not to auto renew. Is there a way to turn it off? Okay, so if you set it up not to auto renew, then you don't need to worry about it. You're gonna pay that one time, and then at the end of your month, you just won't be able to do anything until you pay it again. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Long time no see. How's your back? Yeah, so if you didn't auto-renew, Kyle, you should be fine. If you want to do month to month and not to worry about it taking money out when you're not expecting it, you'll just be able to get on one day. If you don't remember the date, once you get on, you just won't be able to do anything. Nothing much. Tired after a long day's work. Yeah, tell me about it. Still hurting, but shot helped a little bit. I'm good. That's good. I'm glad. Glad you're feeling a little bit better. Boink. All right. Yeah, the shooting. That's pretty sad. Yeah, it was all over the news on Monday. Was that Monday? It was a Tuesday. I thought it was Tuesday. Or is that what you're not talking about? Because I remember I was working the floor at work when it was all over, all the TVs, all the inmates were watching it. So it wasn't Monday. So I was working up in booking on Monday. Nothing happened on Monday. Unless you're talking about something completely different. Oh, pile up. Yeah, you were talking about something completely different. Wow. 168 cars. It's like, people, how do you not know how to drive in weather? You know, it's like, okay, it's snowy and icy. Don't go the full speed limit. Keep your distance from people around you. You know, and it's like, if you hit your brakes and your brakes aren't working, that means you're on ice. just lift off the throttle and steer. If you hit your brakes, you're not, it's just going to feel like you're speeding up because your brakes just won't work if they're locked up on snow and ice. At least without your brakes, you'll have your steering because your front wheels will still be turning. You'll have a little bit of traction to help your car turn or vehicle turn out of, you know, the direction you're trying to go. I'm completely new to this game. Can you tell me a little about it? So it's called Out of Ore. It's basically just a mining simulator game. You start off with a certain amount of cash. You need to purchase a wheel loader. I started off with just a wheel loader, and just start selling off your dirt and your ore, and just make yourself some money and experience points, and work your way up through. So it's pretty, so pretty cut and dry on what you need to do. You can see like the area of operation here. This is pretty much what I started after I got a little bit of money and stuff like that. But I started actually over here to get more money. I started in this coal node here. That way I can get more money and experience points a little bit faster and easier. And then after that, I you can't see it so much right now, but pretty much right here I had a ramp built up to the top section, and I pretty much just dug one shelf at a time. Like this was the top shelf right here behind me. I dug that out all the way to the back. Then once that was done, it was level with what I'm standing on. I moved down to this area here, and I took this shelf down all the way to the back. And once I got that down to this level, then I pretty much went down to here. And as you can see here, I leveled it all off all the way to the back. And once that was leveled off, I then started this ramp down, this road going down to our open pit. And now I'm down here trying to get all the lithium and coal out of this node to get as much experience and money as I can out of it. Then I'll take this out over to where these blocks are in a straight line going this way, and then I'll start making my way over to that side over there. And then just off of here, I'll have this area flat, and then probably about right in here, I'll have it start ramping the road down to that corner, flatten it out, and then start leveling out the next bit. So that's just what an open pit is. This is PC. I'm on a PC. If that's what you're asking. And this is a early access game. It's not on any consoles or anything else. This is strictly PC right now. How long after you log in does it take to update content on iRacing? So you should be able to log in if your game's updated on Steam. Did you go through Steam, or did you just go to iRacing.com and purchase it from there? Because I just go through Steam. Also, for now, I have $3.18. I thought you said you had like 11 something. I don't think that's going to be a full bucket load. And we were so close to leveling up on that last truck. We're at 1,004,737 out of 5,400. So close to leveling up. Yet so far away. How long have I been mining in this game? I don't mine in real life, but in this game, this is now season 2. Season 1 was how I'm going to be doing season is per update. So when I first started recording and live streaming for the channel, we were in version 0.17. We are now in version 0.18. So my season 1, I had pretty much about the same amount of episodes as I do now. So I think like anywhere between 15 and 18 episodes, I think, for season 1. And then when version 0.18 was updated or dropped for us to update the game, I then started season 2. And now this is, what, 19? Episode 19? Hey, what's up, JB? We were just talking about you. Nothing bad. Talking about iRacing and stuff. Wondering if you're going to get back into it or not. Be nice to have another teammate out on track. Because your season's pretty much going to be wrapping up here in about another month or two, isn't it? I know Cedar Point ends there. This weekend is their final weekend. After Halloween weekends, park closes Halloween. Well, I should say that the park's only open right now Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday night, I think park opens up at like noon, I think, on Thursdays, and closes at like 10. And then Fridays, it's opened at noon, but open until midnight. Same with Saturday, and then it closes at like 10 o'clock on Sundays. So they're only open for a short amount of time. No time lapse, hour and a half. Yeah, we're not doing full year operation this year, but since I'm part-time, I'm required hours unless they fire me because of it. Fire you? Why would they fire you? And we're almost done with this. We're almost up to the, we're gonna have to move the roller here shortly. I don't even need a full bucket. I just need a little bit out of this one. Joink. And 100. I'll just top this back off again with some of this dirt over here. Oop. There we go. Bucket's top back off again. That way I can start dwindling that dirt down as well. I'm still a regular associate. I would have no reason to go in during downtime, but I just got home with some Taco Bell. Nice. It's been a while since that Taco Bell. I've been on a... If I'm craving anything like that, I go with Chipotle. But here lately, actually, I've been on a big Wendy's kick, getting their nacho burger. Oh my god, those things are, those things are so good. And this truckload should put us up to level 35. Haven't had Wendy's in a while. Yeah. If you get Wendy's, see if your area has the nacho burger. Dude, I'm telling you. They did one heck of a job on that burger. They have the beef or chicken. Oh, I haven't tried the chicken yet. I'm so hooked on that, just the hamburger, the beef. I saw that steal a base thing, but I was too tired to drive into it. Oh, there we go, level 35. Now it's gonna be a minute until we hit level 36 here. Be nice to hit level 36 tonight. Oh, okay. Yeah, I go through Steam for my iRacing. A drunk crash into the Wendy's order box here. Oh, nice. Hey, when you're craving, you're craving. That was a pretty good bucket load right there. So as long as we can level up almost as quick. I mean, we went through level 34 pretty quick. We can do that on every level. That'd be nice. Which we still have quite a bit of the lithium here to go through. This is going to be another good bucket load here. Like this little speaker, how does that happen? Maybe they were, like, cashier was saying, and then? If anybody gets that reference, I'd be amazed. No, and then! Oh, you post pictures of it on Discord? I should probably save. Let me save real quick just to be on the safe side. It's been a while since I saved. Doing almost 2 hours of work here, and I haven't saved anything. What? Hardiest toy, what? We getting Wendy's no Chinese food. So you know what the reference is, JB. I have to go and watch that movie now. Been forever since I watched it. And then. Oh, jeez. It's the one thing you remember from the movie. That what's his name? Ashton Kutcher. That's what his name was. That was one of his earlier movies. Honestly, the winters here have been very mild. I remember as a kid, winters up here, we'd be getting like, we'd have a foot, anywhere between 1 and 2 feet of snow on the ground for like a couple months during the winter. But now, we're lucky to have like a few inches fall, and by the next day, it's pretty much all gone. I speak a little Spanish because of a job. I learned Spanish a little. Okay, well, what did that say? I don't know what it says. We're going to be at Dover this week, Kyle. For the trucks and for the Gen 6 Cup Series. Alright, let's put in a couple, or put another row of floor pieces here. We'll take a row or two out. Actually, I might be able to put 2 rows in. We still got 1.1K of these floor pieces. We got plenty of floor pieces, that's for sure. Okay, I don't have Guilt Dover, but I got a few of them that's included. Yeah, you'll have a few included. It's like the starter pack for the rookies. I was saying I had Hardee's today. Oh, I haven't had Hardee's since Hardee's closed down here. A long time ago, like early 2000s, and I didn't have Hardee's at all until our Florida trip this summer. We stopped at a Hardee's on the way down. Not as good as I remember it, to be honest with you. I used to remember it being a lot better. I got the same burgers I used to get, and make when I worked there, and it just didn't taste the same. But it's basically the same burger because I got the Monster Burger. It's pretty much the same as like the Baconator and the Bacon King from Burger King. It's the same thing as those 2 sandwiches, but it just didn't taste good, like how I remembered it being. All right, JB. Cough up a lung for me. That was not a good bucket load. 3% shy. If you get a full bucket load, within 4 buckets, the truck should be at 100%. What's my favorite restaurant? Is that what you're asking? I see Restaurante Favorito? Favorite restaurant? What's my favorite restaurant? Fast food, sit down. What are you talking about? Fast food restaurant? I don't see any lithium or coal hardly at all right now. Oh, there it is. Just had to load in. What's your favorite restaurant in Spanish? That's what I kind of thought. Are you talking about fast food or restaurant in general? The fast food, I would have to say it's a toss-up between Chipotle and Wendy's. If I just wanted like a sandwich or something like that, and fries and say a frosty, some say it's an Ohio thing. I don't know how what other people do, but go to Wendy's and you get a chocolate frosty and you dip your fries down in the frosty. Oh my gosh! If you haven't tried it, it might sound weird. Try it. I'm telling you. If you haven't tried it and you think it sounds weird, just try it once. You will be amazed. It tastes awesome. Yeah, people say I'm weird sometimes because, like, when I was in the military and I was stationed down in Georgia and I did that, people looked at me like I was some kind of nut job. I'm like, have you tried it? No, why would you dip your fries in ice cream? I'm telling you, try it. Yeah, it changes your life. But other sit-down restaurants, I don't really know. I don't really go to sit-down restaurants anymore. Just haven't had a reason to really have to go. But for around here, there's a Mexican restaurant that's pretty good. It's a sit-down restaurant. There's another restaurant that's been in the city for like 100 years. It's an old... It used to be a dam set up, and they used to have... It used to be a factory that made flour. And they used the wheel, because it was right off the river, and they used a big paddle wheel to help, you know, turn all the flour and stuff like that. But they turned the old flour mill into a restaurant. It's called Pioneer Mill. And I think that's one of the most fancier restaurants we have in town. It's not like fancy. You don't have to get all dressed up and stuff to go to it, but that's a pretty good restaurant that families like to go to. And we don't really have, we have sit-down restaurants. It's just, like I said, there's just no reason for me to really go to a sit-down restaurant, Between, being single, living alone, with only my son living here, and working as many hours as I do, there's just been no real reason to go to a sit-down restaurant. Taco Bell's okay. But if I was going to go with anything like that for fast food, I would go to Chipotle. Now, if there were certain items that was like limited time items at Taco Bell, and I knew they were good because I've had them before, like the volcano burrito, or they had one year for around the 4th of July. It had the Chipotle sauce inside of it. It had like Pop Rocks and stuff like that where it was spicy, and it had that Pop Rocks like in your mouth as you're eating. It's like, dude, this tastes and feels weird, but good at the same time, and it tastes amazing. If they ever brought that back, oh, yeah, I'd go to Taco Bell. Sent you a text on Discord, but the stream keeps cutting out for me right now. Oh, with all the games updating, yeah. We go one place because it's the best Mexican food. Yeah, we have two. We have one, if you want to call it the mall. It's not really a mall anymore. It's just a very large and abandoned throughout 98% of the building. Just a few stores, and one of them is Planet Fatness, and the other one is a Mexican restaurant, and the other one is called Asian Grill, which is a Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet. Then you have the theater. So, yeah, that's our mall. Everything's hot off the grill. Was it like a hibachi? It was like a hibachi style or no? What Mexican? Which are you talking, me or JB? Because we have two sit-down Mexican restaurants. We've got one. What's it called? Like Casa Mesa or something like that. And then the other one is Los Carrettes or something like that. The only Mexican place we really got is a place called White Duck Taco. What the heck? White Duck Taco. Yeah. Hey, babe, you want to go to the White Duck Taco tonight? That just sounds weird. I'm sorry. It does. Hey, kids, want to go to the White Duck Taco? Oh, my. Welcome to Charlotte. Yeah. That's all right. We had another Chinese buffet that opened up like 2 months before COVID hit, so that they didn't last long at all. They shut down pretty quick. But the buffet was called Fu Lin, like F-U and then L-Y-N. And then they had buffet underneath of it. So it was like, hey, you want to go to the Fu Lin buffet? It's like, who are you fooling? We're gonna have to move this roller here. Getting towards the end of it. About a quarter of the way through level 35 already. I think we're about ready for another row of flooring tiles here. Don't remember when the last time you touched Chinese food. There is an actual, it used to be a sit-down restaurant. But during the COVID shutdown, the restaurant, of course, closed down like everything else did. And kids kept breaking into the restaurant to vandalize. And so when everything started opening back up again, and like for delivery, like DoorDashes and stuff like that. Um, they had their delivery system going for the DoorDash, and the owners of the restaurant was just like, you know what, we're not going to take the money to fix up the dining room. You know, I mean, nobody can come in anyways because everything's still kind of partly shut down. Nobody really wants to be around and all this and that. And a lot of their money was coming off of deliveries. So, still to this day, the restaurant never reopened up their dining room for people to go in and sit down and eat. It's takeout and delivery only. And their food is still just as amazing. It's like, wow. So they're still getting really good business. I'm going to have to order Chinese tomorrow. Gosh dang it. And now I'm craving Chinese food. And the good thing is the restaurant is just right down the road from me. I can literally order it on the phone, walk down and get it, and be back within 5 minutes. But I do know, like, the buffet that it's called Asian Grill, the buffet that I like to go to, they have a peanut butter chicken. Dude, that's all I order from there anymore. If like I'm at work or something like that, or if I'm at home and I'm craving it, I'll just order the peanut butter chicken. And then they have like a soy marinated, like fresh green beans. I'll order some of that. Oh, so good. Yeah, it does sound, it sounds weird, but once you actually eat it, it tastes, oh, I'm telling you, it's almost like how people feel about French fries and the Frosty. You gotta try it. Where's my food at? Ah. KFC? No, I don't do KFC. We have another chicken restaurant here. Like, I won't go to KFC. We have a locally owned restaurant here that tastes so much better than KFC. And it's cheaper too. A peanut butter chicken, you wouldn't touch that? No, I'm telling you. It's really good. Mi amiga amor, KFC. Pura nomi faltas el respeto? Respito? I kinda can pick out a couple words other than the KFC part. But I can't put my finger on what that actually says. Was it my amiga amor? Is that like girlfriend or something? No. Or your favorite? I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I really should learn Spanish, but especially with all the immigration I deal with at work, I should probably learn Spanish, but do you have iRacing team on there? If I look, what? iRacing team? Like the league. Buffet place next to medical weed dispensary in Vegas. Nice. So that way we can go there and get the munchies and not have to go very far. Oh, trying to disrespect me about KFC and me because I love some KFC. Oh. It's like KFC, I just had that for the first time in a few years because I had it a few years ago and it was just nothing but grease and it just did not taste good. So I, pretty much was like, I am not ordering KFC again because it's just nasty. And that's how I was like, I'm going to go to Lee's, which is the restaurant that it's not only closer, but it tastes better and it's cheaper. So I went there all the time. And then I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago I was at work and I was like, you know what? I'm craving some spicy chicken. But Lee's isn't on DoorDash, so I can't order Lee's. I guess, KFC it is. So I got the spicy chicken sandwich and some of their spicy wings that they advertise here lately. Got some of that and their mashed potatoes and gravy and some macaroni and cheese, and I went to town on it, and dude, it tasted so good. My body hated me the next day. Oh, did it hate me. So there was still plenty of grease in it, but they masked it pretty well. It tasted a lot better than it did before. Oh, somebody said buffet. JB's got the munchies. He's like, a buffet? Where? When? Okay. Last time you had KFC, you had food poisoning? Yikes. Oh, good thing I got a mute button on my stream deck here next to me. I had to sneeze really bad. I just hit the button to mute the microphone. You guys are lucky. Whoever's using headphones, I just saved your ears. Oh. I forgot to set the parking brake on the truck. Whoopsie. It's rolling away. Let that dump in. There we go. I'm just saying buffet so I can sneak away to the dispensary while everyone else goes inside. Ever try Shoney's? Yes. We used to have one close by, but it shut down. All the Shoney's pretty much around here shut down. My friend in Maine messaged me the lockdown in their town lifted. Ah. Yeah, it's bad when you can't even take your family to a bowling alley anymore without getting shot. Sad, sad world. It's like, why a bowling alley? And the bad thing is that I just saw on the news today where they found the guy. He's gone, of course. He either did it himself or somebody else found him. But it's like, what was the motive of a bowling alley? It's like, how sick can you be to go to a bowling alley where you know there's going to be little kids around, and you go in with an AR and just open fire on anybody and everybody? It's like, what was the motive behind it? It's like, was it an ex-disgruntled employee, or did he find his wife and his kids there with another guy. I mean, what the heck happened, you know? Very, very weird. Because why not? But anywho, now that we got everybody hungry and worked up over the other topic there we just talked about, how's everybody else doing? How's everybody doing here? Oh, I mean, we know how JB's doing now, so. I was shot at once too, but I didn't realize I was getting shot at. And that was when I was back in the military. My last deployment. Oh, the bowling alley? You used to go there every year? Dude, it's been years since I've been bowling. It's been since, like, when I was in Korea. So that would have been between 2011 and 2013. I'm liking how easy it is to set up controller in this game. Oh yeah, it's very easy. Oh, Shoney's. Okay. Yeah, the Shoney's around here closed down probably about, I'd have to say, like 10, 13 years ago. I don't know, because the last thing you said was, why not? And I said, why a bowling alley? Why would somebody go in and shoot up a bowling alley? And you're like, because why not? I'm like, okay. Okay, whatever. Working on my car, trying to find the water. Trying to find the water. I added the dye to find it. What water? What are you trying to find the water in your car for? Oh, water leak. Okay. Our wheel loader's getting kind of dirty. Need a wash plant. Be able to hose it down. Yeah, I know. It's sad. It's a sad world we live in these days. Can't even take your family safely to the bowling alley. Oh, I lost a piece. Boink. Alright, next set. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of dug down a little deeper there. I guess it'll be alright. Well, this time lapse is going to be a good one. It's going to show quite a bit of progress. Bro, my dad's a retired mechanic. There you go. People going into that probably only have one goal, and that's take as many as they can. Yeah. This is really different on the power this car gives you, how much control you have. Yeah. I'm telling you, iRacing is so much different than NASCAR Heat. You get away from that arcade style, more realistic. I mean, you get a real sense of what racing is actually like compared to what that arcade junk of NASCAR Heat is. Or NASCAR 22 or NASCAR 23, whatever that game is that flopped as soon as it hit the market. This last go around. It's gonna be a long time before you get an actual dedicated, like, solo NASCAR game. It's really hard to really compare it because everybody, you know, wants something that looks and feels like iRacing. Then you got the other people who are like, no, I don't want it to be too realistic, or, you know, I won't be able to handle it, so I want an arcade style. So they're trying to find a game that's an arcade style game, but with real, you know, realistic abilities to it. But they just fall short every single year. Or every 2 years, or whenever it is that they come out with the game. It's like, and they don't put the time and effort into it because they know what their competition is like, and they're like, why are we going to try to compete with this? Yeah, I remember I had a 1994 Pontiac Sunbird. Right? It was my second car I ever owned. And I had some, you know, work done to the radio and speakers and subwoofers and stuff like that. So I had a nice big old box in my truck with two 12-inch subs. And after I had somebody work on it that said they knew what they were doing, which they did, everything, the radio aspect, the sound worked perfectly fine. But then out of nowhere, my car kept blowing a fuse. It was the same exact fuse over and over and over and over and over. I'm like, why is this fuse blowing? And I was like, everything in the car is working perfectly fine. You know, mechanically, everything's working as it should as I'm driving. You know, nothing is out of the ordinary. There's no lights going out, nothing. So I traced the line back from the fuse. And here, the electric wire going to the trunk light got pinched in the hinge of the trunk. Here, what must have happened was when the guy was working back there, he must have tucked the wires over top the hinge to get them up out of his way, and he never removed them. So over time, with the trunk like opening and shutting, it, you know, ate away at, you know, all the protective, you know, around the wires, to where eventually it was bare wires on the metal hinge and trunk lid. to where it started blowing out the fuse every time. It's like, really? Something that's simple, you know? It's like, wow. But I found it. The NASCAR 25 game, or the 2025 game should be amazing. Why do you say that? iRacing acquired the console license to NASCAR? Are you serious? Dude. You know what that means, right? If NASCAR, if the 2025 game is so good, you know what that means, right? If it's realistic like iRacing and it's a solo game that people can just get off Steam and just buy once and you're done, no like no membership or subscription required, you know what that means, right? Gear Grinders Racing League might have to reopen. I might have to bring back Gear Grinders Racing. I will have to look at that at a later time, JB, and I will check it out. I didn't even know that they were even working on a game, to be honest with you. I had no idea. But 2025, it's not even 2024 yet. We still got 2 years. Interesting. Yeah, whenever I work on vehicles, the problem is the people that worked on it before, you know? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Cass? How you doing? Yeah, I know, but still, 2025, man, you gotta think. I mean, it still seems so far away. Yeah, I saw that. You changed your name. What's up with that? Media Productions. What you got going on over there, huh? You gonna start adding stuff to your YouTube there? Media Productions? Is that what that means? You gonna start adding some content for us? Well, for Cass, he's like 3 hours away, like 3 hours off at East Coast time. He's like, what, 11 something at night there? To record or live streams? Nice. What you planning on your content being? Order my tripod. So you're doing like vlogging? Live, oh, podcasts, protests, weather disasters, etc., stuff like that. Oh, nice. Journalist, independent journalist. That'd be interesting. 122 for you right now. It's 221 here. 222, 221, whatever. My clock in front of me says 221, but it's definitely off from anything that's running off of satellites. It's just an old analog, not analog, but an old alarm clock that you'd have from like mid to late 90s. Got it for like 50 cents from a garage sale. It's like a little clock. It's just what I need for sitting right in front of me, you know, nothing fancy, just so that way I can just glance down from my computer screen and see what time it is. Low on fuel. Whoops, I wasn't even paying attention to that. I should probably fill up with fuel, huh? Go ahead and fill this truck up, and then we'll run this up and get some fuel in it. So raids, that means you're what, Central Time? So you're like, you North States or South States, Mid States? Where are you from? I'm in Ohio, so Solitude 23. Well, you're in the same time zone as me, JB. Yeah, I know that. Getting transferred to a new workplace location store? Nice. Gotta be at work at 9:30? Trust me, I know that feeling. Like I said, I don't know if you guys caught my my videos from throughout this last week, but I got off work Wednesday night to a text message I was not expecting. It completely threw me for a loop, and got my mind going, and I got on here, recorded an episode because I knew I wasn't going to sleep. Got that recorded, got it edited, got it rendered, got it uploaded. By then it was like a little after 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was on call the next day. Luckily I didn't get called in early at 11 a.m. But a little after 4 I went to bed, and I was tossing, turning, could not sleep. My mind just would not turn off, and by the time I felt myself just literally start dozing off, I heard my son open up his door, come barreling down the steps, huffing and puffing, to come down and get ready for school. I heard him go in the bathroom, heard him turn on the shower, heard him in the shower, heard him getting ready for, getting cleaned up for school. I heard him, all the movements in there, and then I heard him come out, go back up the steps, do some stuff upstairs. Heard him shut his bedroom door, come back down the steps, fumbling around the kitchen. Heard him do all that stuff. Then I heard him go out the door and leave. I'm like, dude, I'm like wide awake again. There's no point in me trying to go to sleep. It's like after 6:30 a.m. It's like if I'm on call, I gotta be to work at 11 a.m. That's less than 5 hours away. It's like 4.5 hours away. What's the point of me trying to get to sleep now? So I just woke up. I didn't wake up. I got out of bed. I was just like, there's no point. There's no way I'm getting to sleep. My brain won't turn off. I can't get comfortable. And I was just like, I'm going to get up and just chill out, do something I enjoy doing, and by then I was like, oh, the sun's coming up. I might just watch the sunrise. Second shift. You don't watch sunrises. You're sleeping, and why'd I go this way? But so I was like, well, since I'm watching the sunrise, I might as well update my computer, because I haven't updated to Windows 11 until that morning. So I was just like, I'm going to update my computer to Windows 11 while I'm watching the sunrise. And then after that, maybe if I'm feeling still, up for it, if I'm still awake enough, I'll do a recording. So yeah, I did all that, and it's like, but I didn't get to sleep at all. I even tried to take a little cat nap, and no. So I was awake from 11 a.m. Wednesday morning all the way through the day, went to work, was up all night, and then went back to work at 3 p.m. yesterday, Thursday. Did my 8-hour shift then, got off at 11, came home, still could not fall asleep for the life of me. Recorded another episode, and rendered it, or edited it, rendered it, uploaded it, did everything. By the time I got back to sleep, it was like, or to bed, it was like almost 3 a.m. So I was awake from 11 a.m. Wednesday morning So 11 a.m. Wednesday morning to 11 a.m. Thursday morning, that's 12 hours. 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., that's another 12 hours, so that's 24 hours. And then to 4 p.m., it's like I was up for like 39 or 40 hours straight. It's like, yeah, it was bad. All over a stupid text message, you know? But it is what it is. I lived. I lived to see another day. And I got some sleep last night. I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. Slept like a baby. But yeah. I was just in Ohio, but live in Alabama. But on Christmas, I want you to live whenever you can, because I'm gonna be flying to Alaska, so I'm gonna board. But wait, what? I want you to live whenever, or live whenever you can, because I'm going to be flying to Alaska, so I'm going to board, but I'm gonna go tubing and snowmobile. You want me to live stream whenever I can, or post videos whenever I can? And you're going to Alaska to go snow tubing, snowboarding, and snowmobiling? You're having trouble reading it too, huh, JB? I'm sober and trying to decipher. He wanted me to live stream on Christmas. I don't know if I will on Christmas Day itself. It all depends on when my family's planning on doing stuff or whatnot. If I can, yes, I will. But no promises. Not right now. Oh, because you're going to be bored. Okay. Yes, live and post. So both. It doesn't matter. Okay. We're almost halfway through level 35. Dang, I've been streaming for over 2 hours now. Does not feel like it. And my node that I'm chasing is off to the left now, so yeah, all this stuff here. Man, my wheel loader is really filthy now. It's crazy. It's like it takes forever, but once it does, it's like, boom, I'm dirty. I couldn't finish my paragraph because I ran out of text. Even Texas Rangers win game on Arizona gonna win the World Series. I don't watch baseball, really. I honestly don't. That and basketball, I don't watch it. I don't really follow it. Couldn't tell you who's in what position or playoffs or anything. Now, if it was football, yeah, I'd be all in, you know, and be like, yeah. But yeah, I don't really follow baseball or basketball. 15-page essay. Been watching and learning about rig sports or rigged sports. Everything's rigged one way or another. I think I just hooked Kyle onto iRacing. He started playing it, and now he's not saying anything. I'm looking at what I can do. Track setups and cars. I don't even mess with... Where am I at? I don't even mess with track setups. I do, I do all the fixed races. On, like, for the official series, I do the fixed setups. The only time I have, like, go to the open races is if somebody shares. It's really hard to find a good setup without paying for a setup. But if I can find an actual setup that works for the open series, then I will. Oh, AI in iRacing, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot better than what NASCAR Heat and Evolution and all that stuff ever was. The AI in iRacing is amazing, but it's not that hard to beat them. No schedule, but you be on Friday nights? Well, I work Fridays, so, I mean, today's my first day of really live streaming. I want to try to get back into doing a little bit more live streams for you guys. It's been forever since I've really been on a regular schedule. But working second shift, it's kind of hard to be on a regular schedule, even if I do have weekends off. So yeah, but next shift bid, if I cannot stay on weekends for second shift, I'm gonna move back to first shift, because the latest I'll be working till is 7 p.m. So I can come home, do some stuff, and still put out content for you guys, and still get plenty of sleep for work the next day. We've got some lithium going in now. It's taking so long to level up now because the lithium node's shrinking down on us here. Gotta go this way. So what's your best ideally shift for your lifestyle? I mean, my body's natural sleep, second shift works best for me. Because my body naturally wants to stay up late and sleep in. But first shift, I love the hours. better because I'm off earlier in the day. But it sucks that I gotta wake up so freaking early. Good night, Jimmy. Have a good night and have fun in the morning, whatever you got going on. Be safe. Do I have to dig in straight lines? No, I can dig wherever I want. It's just easier doing it this way. I like doing it this way. Awkward moment when you're using the toilet and it comes alive and tries to eat you? What? Jimmy, are you on your meds right now? Did you take your meds and are they starting to kick in? So, like, if I wanted to, because eventually I will be taking this out, but if I really wanted to, I can lower this down. I can actually go into this corner right here. And I can actually go on an angle if I really wanted to. Kicking in, it was posted on the Halloween page. Oh, but your meds are kicking in, but that was posted on a, okay. You just copy and pasted some other post, but your meds are kicking in. So I was partly right. But you're good though. You're not being attacked by a toilet. Right? You good? You didn't fall in or nothing. It's not trying to suck you in. Never know, Jimmy. That's true. How would you tell 911 operator the toilet got you? I don't know, to be honest with you. It's gonna need some fuel here shortly as well. Tell you what, the fuel lasts quite a while though in game for what you actually use your machinery for. I've been doing a lot of trips back and forth with this. I'm using the heck out of our wheel loader. Good night, Jimmy. Gonna run up here real quick. I'm gonna move this roller. out of the way. Because we're getting kind of close to it now. Let's park it over here out of the way. I don't know why, but I can raise this up. It's not touching the ground, but somehow it keeps digging. Really weird. Now watch. We'll come back and it'll be... It's like, I don't know what causes that. Because a floating rainbow bicycle could be slowly attacking him for all we know. Oh my. What happens if it falls? Well, it depends on how it lands. If it lands on its side, then we'll have to recover it. But I don't know. Never had that happen. Oh, and the game just crashed. And I didn't save for a long time. That sucks. Last time I saved was like an hour ago. Well, I guess that's the end of the stream, guys. Yeah. So even running in admin mode, the game will still crash. Low level fatal error, file unknown. Unreal Engine. Gotta love it. Ugh. That's frustrating. Well, it gives me something to do tomorrow during the day. I'll get back to where we're at here, and then I'll start up back where we left off. So, but anyhow, hope everybody has a good rest of their night, and yeah, I will see everybody in the next one. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. See ya.